goody, everybody? It's your boys, Kain and Travis. Welcome back to the TKT podcast, the Two Kill Time podcast, because what we do around here is kill time, and that's the only thing we kill because we are friendly human beings. Anyways, Travis, we had a super good week this week, man, for the podcast. We actually had a decent amount of listens, a little bit up more than normal. You know, we're trending up, guys. We're trending up. Yeah, I don't remember what the exact was. I was looking at it this morning. I always try to check on Tuesdays before we record. But it is trending up. We are growing, so thank you to all our listeners for
we appreciate it.
Supporting us. Anyways,
Absolutely.
man, how was your week? Any news, anything different? You got back from Minnesota, anything special?
Well, special would be not the word I would use for the drive back.
Okay, why is that?
Well, I told you before the pod to remind me about Chris driving. I'm just going to go off with it.
Go off.
Yeah, we're going to start this podcast off right.
Starting off with a heater.
So, Chris Tinney, Jeff's brother for the wedding. Christopher Tinney. He decided that he wanted to make the trip by just him driving, which is all fine and dandy. And I said, if you need me, I'm in the back seat, about 2 feet away from you.
Yeah, like right here. Can't miss me.
Yeah, like type stuff. So, so we did really well. We made it the first 5 hours without stopping, and then we stopped. And we drove another 5 hours and then stopped. So at this point, we're 10 hours in. We have less than halfway to go.
Great. It's a good start.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. So ultimately, our ETA was 5 o'clock, roughly 5 a.m. It's about 4, so we have about an hour left. Chris is struggling. I mean, like struggling.
Did he drive the whole way or?
Yes, he did.
Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah. And I told him a couple times, I was like, dude, like, I know you don't need it, but I can do it for you.
But you want it. I can see it in your eyes.
Right. So we have an hour left, and we're on, I think we're still on I-90 at this specific point in time. And he's swerving a little bit, and he goes to me and says, Travis. I said, yep. And in my head, I'm like, it's my time to shine. Let's get it.
Prepping fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, all right.
So he goes to pull off his exit. He's like, yeah, I'm going to let you drive the rest of the way. I was like, all right, sounds good, bro. Listen very carefully to what I'm going to say next. This guy pulls off the exit very slowly. I'm talking like 15, 20 max.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, he pulls off the exit and he's going up, and I'm like, dude, you can stop anywhere. It's 4 a.m. There's not a damn car in sight.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just
get
this over with.
Yeah, you don't have to pull in a gas station right now. Just pull off to the side of the road. We'll swap it and we'll go.
So he gets past the tolls and he takes a right. And these are just like streets now, like with houses and stuff. Super slow. He's trying to figure out where to park. I'm like, dude, you can just pull over anywhere. I said this about 4 different times.
Yeah.
Because I was starting to get a little bit annoyed. I hope he listens to this one. So he takes another right, goes up to a stop sign, stops for like 30 seconds, debates it. What does he do? Take a right. So we've basically gone in a square now.
Yeah, like you're about to hop back on the on-ramp, yeah.
So, and that's key right there. I'm glad that you said that. So I was like, dude, pull the car over, let me drive. He's like, yeah, let me get back on I-90 first, and then I'll switch with you.
Way more unsafe.
So I was like, dude, it's not hard. I get in the car and I take it left. Like, I see the GPS that you have.
Yeah. You have it right there, and I can use the navigation. I understand.
Yeah, man, and he wasn't having none of that.
Yeah.
So we get back on I-90.
Okay.
Another 12 miles down the road. Mind you, he's swerving.
Like he's all over. He's fatigued.
So he pulls off to the next one, and there's a service area.
Prime time.
And
Perfect.
he slows down. It should have been. Slows down, but he keeps a nice trot going. And he's like, I was going to park here, but it says no parking. I said, Chris, stop the car.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
I don't know. He just didn't want to give it up. And ultimately, I ended up driving, but it was only about 50 minutes. And
I can't believe you drove that far, dude. I mean, I've driven all the way from here to New York. So has Haley, and it's ass. Like, it sucks.
And, like, I mean, I get it. Like, doing it by yourself is, like, fine, but, like, it doesn't hurt to have that help.
And you have 4 other people in the car. Like, just take a couple hours, rotate. Like, why do that to yourself, man? Fuck that shit. Fuck that.
So it just added, like, another 10, 15 on our trip, and I was just like, we're in the car for 17 hours, and I'm sitting here like, please kill me now.
Did you guys sleep at all in the car or no?
Taylor did a little bit, Matt did not, and I did not.
Damn. I like can't sleep in a car. Like, it's hard for me to sleep in a car.
No, I can't either.
It's uncomfortable. The movement, like, causes me anxiety in my sleep. Fucks me.
Yeah, so.
Damn.
So I was just like, yeah, we need to get this done with. So I get in the Hyundai and I just start ripping.
Flying.
And Chris was knocked within 2 seconds of sitting in the back seat.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I've driven from here to New York and home. Like, I did all of it. And then the next time we drove up, I think I drove to Virginia. And then Haley drove the rest of the way, except for, like, the last hour. And then coming back down, Haley started. And then I drove at night. And then when morning came, I think she drove even more. But
yeah, so sorry for that little rant.
No, you're good.
I've been meaning to talk to someone about that. So
yeah, no, it's tough. I couldn't imagine just doing 18 hours straight. 15's enough. Like, after that, I'm like, all right, I need a nap. And then we would nap, come home, and then we fucking had our fire and party and shit. But other than that, you had a good week though, right?
Yeah, no, that was great. I was just getting back. Just getting back was seemed like more of a chore than I had to be.
Good. Did y'all enjoy the wedding?
Yeah, it was good, man. It was a good turnout. Happy for Jeff and for Brittany, and met a lot of great people out there. Obviously, you saw my post and whatnot, but for people that didn't, a lot of great people out there.
Good shit, man. Yeah, I wish I could have went. Congrats to Jeff and Brittany. Good for them.
Yeah, man.
Proud of them. Here's to a long, loving life for you two, and maybe some children on the way in the near future. I have no idea how that works, but good luck.
Enough of that. Yep.
Good luck. Anyways, my week was all right, man. Work has been long and kind of productive, but unproductive at the same time. We haven't been too busy. I recently started writing for sports writing for 366 Sports, so I'm super pumped about that. I had my first article actually go out today. That's been in the works for a little bit. We've been kind of talking about it for about a month or so now, and I signed the contract about like the 1st or the 2nd of April, and was just kind of like going through the process, and he kind of sent me the link to get everything going last week. So I wrote my first article and posted that today. I'm super excited. Go check it out. It's on 366sportsnetwork.com. Can't miss it. It's the only article on the site by Kain Wilder. It's fucking awesome.
Testify. It's a good read.
It's simple. It's a short one, but it's pretty good, man. I'm excited to do it. I wanted to do it for a long time, and I got an opportunity to do it. Actually, Dylan Terry recommended that I reach out to the guy that runs it, because he used to write for him a little bit, just to kind of get into sports writing and sports media a little bit more. And I'm excited for it, man. Sports and content are really the two ways that I want to go in my life at this point. At least we have a pathway open in both of those right now. Slate said it was a solid 8.5 read, so I'll take that for my first article. I think that's pretty solid.
I'm going to give you an 8.7, so.
It was just a simple article, so I appreciate it, guys. But I'm excited for that. Other than that, I mean, I've just been chilling, man. The weather's finally turned around down here a little bit, so it's been like sunny and 75 the last couple days, and had the windows and doors open all day today.
Oh, that's a good feeling.
Yeah, man, it's been nice just to get like fresh air in the house and whatnot. That's been pretty dope. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. While you mentioned him, quick, I gotta give a shout out to Slate's hashtag or AKA Hayden. I don't know why I said hashtag. That's how tired I am. Apologize for that. and his boys, Mason, all those guys. I think one of them's Brody. All those guys. I saw them probably 2 weeks ago now at a Stewart's right here in Mayfield, and we had a good time. I mean, I wouldn't say it was the highlight of my week like he did, but it didn't hurt.
Yeah, it was nice, to finally put a ugly ass face to the name,
Dude, that was. I still remember that was the first thing I said to him. I was like,
Dude,
"Damn, bro, Kim was right."
Was his little brother Noah there or no?
I don't think so.
Bro, he has a perm, man. I wish I still had I think I still have the picture in our chat, actually. I
Perm?
might send it to you. Yeah, like his little brother has a perm. Like a perm. I think I still have it saved in our chat. I do. But it doesn't show his face. It just shows his hair, but it's
You're
fucking
sending it to
fire,
me right
dude.
now.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna fucking screenshot it. Fuck it. I mean, he's listening, so he knows that I'm fucking sending it to you. I'm just gonna send it to the group chat right now. This is his hair. It's from forehead up. He got nervous, so live react.
Oh my god.
He just has a fucking perm. Kid's like fucking 13 and just has a perm. It's fucking hilarious, dude. Oh, he also wants me to send you this as well.
He just said, "What am I looking at, bro?"
Here's this one too, bro. He just sent me this. It's of you. Yeah, dude. They're a bunch of
There's no
goons,
shot,
man. They're a
bro.
bunch of fucking goons.
Bro, I love that.
I do too.
I would. Oh. I don't like that.
You gotta grow it out, buddy. You gotta grow it out.
Something like that.
We don't have a ton slated for this episode, just so the listeners are aware. I mean, I feel like I say that every week because
She said, "Oh dear Lord, bro."
we just don't plan anything. But I do have one thing that I wanted to talk about, and it kind of came up at work the other day, and it's like, and it's stupid, but it kind of centers around reading on the toilet. So like, no one really does it anymore. If they do, they read off of their phone or something. Like some people read books on their toilet, but like, what is a Reader's Digest?
Is that a serious question?
Yeah, like, what's even in that fucking thing, man? Like, there's one every fucking month, and they go to people's houses, and they're just on the back of their toilets for, like, an indefinite amount of time. Like, what's even in them? What do they write? What's in them? I've never picked one up and read it. Like, I always just see them. And it was a conversation I had at work where everybody was like, I don't know. Now that you mention it, like I might have looked at it like a long time ago, but I don't even know what's in them anymore. Like, what do they even put in them, bro?
Probably just a bunch of nonsense, man.
What's the point? Like, why even send them out? And like, you look at like newspapers and stuff, and if I'm gonna read the newspaper, I want a physical copy, like seeing the classifieds and shit, like whatever, like the comics. I want a hard copy of the newspaper.
Right.
But like, you'll click an article on like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, or whatever. Somebody will share an article from like the Leader Herald, like let's say just the hometown paper, or like the New York Times, New York Post, whatever. And you click it, and it allows you to read like the first fucking paragraph. And then it pops up, like, as you're scrolling, it'll pop up in the middle of the screen, and you can't read any of it. And it says to continue reading, like, subscribe for $9.99 a month. And it's like, fuck off.
Yeah, like what is that?
Like, you're getting clicks and payment off of us clicking on it and viewing the article anyways. Now you want us to pay even more just to see the rest of it? And, like, I get it. I want to see the news, but I don't very often read the fucking news on your website to pay $10 a month to click one fucking article.
Then like I just feel like I don't really care enough to waste the $10.
And you can go online and play like their Sudokus and shit and like the crosswords. Sorry, you can't play the crosswords, but you can play like Sudoku for free. Like I don't even have to buy the paper to do that anymore. But like to play the crossword, you have to pay the subscription of whatever the fuck it is. To do the crossword? Are you
What?
kidding me? But they're out here just sending out Reader's Digest so people can waste them away on their toilets.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Or like all those product catalogs. Like my grandmother used to get them all the time, where they just send mass amounts of fucking catalogs. Where if she got her mail less than twice a week, they couldn't put any more mail in there because she would order things for like Christmas gifts and stuff, and they would just always send her a new one, whether she wanted it or not, and it'd be like a 2-inch thick fucking phone catalog of just random shit. And the next month they'd send another one, and she buys from them once a year, or if that. Like she would have to call people and be like, "Hey, I told you to stop fucking sending me things." And I'm over that shit, man. We wonder why the world's going down and the environment is just taking a shit. It's probably because these damn companies paying for Reader's Digest and making us pay. I could buy a 50-cent fucking newspaper or a $1.50 newspaper the one time I want to read the news and actually pay for it instead of paying $10. And it frustrated me a little bit when we got in this conversation, as you could see, because we wonder why the environment's going downhill, because these fucking newspaper companies that make us pay for the online shit when I can get the fucking paper copy for free or for cheap, and then they're sending out these damn catalogs that have 100,000 pages in it with products that nobody even buys.
Yeah. It's a good point, but
I don't know why that I wanted to talk about this on the podcast, but that's really the only other thing that I had lined up other than us predicting the NBA playoffs. And it was simply because it frustrated me because somebody brought it up at work, and I was like, what even is a Reader's Digest? Like, what's the point? And, like, I haven't been to Price Chopper in a long time because there's no Price Choppers down here. But remember, I think it was the Gloversville one is the one me and my parents used to always go to. When we would go to fucking Price Chopper, man, you'd go in there, and right when you walked in, they had, like, a bunch of magazine racks. And they had, like, the Auto Trader one for free. And then there was, like, one for $1. And then, like, another one for, like, whatever. And then it was, like, all the machines. And, like, me and my dad used to always get the Auto Trader one when we would leave there if it was a new one. Just because, for no reason. Right. Do they even do that anymore? Like, does anybody even advertise that way anymore?
Last time, I was just in Price Chopper not too long ago to get an Easy Pass for my car.
You can get those at Price Chopper?
Yeah, I found that out from Jeff, actually.
How the fuck did Jeff know? He doesn't even live here anymore.
I don't know. I think that's where he got his, he said. Oh. But
yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
I don't remember seeing nothing like that.
Because they used to always be there, and, like, that was when that shit was awesome. And now, like, you have the internet, so it makes sense if they don't make them anymore. But why are they still making these?
Because you're talking about the ones that are by those free flyers, right? For, like, the coupons, but, like, they're not. Yeah.
But they would have, like, all the cars for, like, local dealerships and shit, and, like, just random people trying to sell shit. And it was basically like a big, thick version of like a classifieds for cars.
Yeah.
I think it was always called the Auto Trader or whatever the fuck it was, but not the website. Like, it was a different thing. So it makes sense that they don't make it anymore, but why do they still make these dumbass catalogs, man? Like, it frustrates the fuck out of me.
And so many of them.
Yeah, like...
So many.
A lot, like, so many different companies, like LL Bean and all that. Just put it on your website, man.
That, like, companies,
you're getting
like
paid for the traffic that goes to your site anyways.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, you have ads on your site. Like, you're getting that revenue from people clicking on each fucking tab and going through the next page. Like, you're getting those clicks and that money. Yeah, it's not a lot, but you're telling me it's more cost effective for you to send out a fucking 500-page pamphlet of every product that you offer? There's no fucking way. There's no way it's more cost effective to print out millions of those and send them out for free,
right,
than it is to just be like, hey, we're going to put everything online now. That way you can just order it. And even if they had like a PDF file of them, that way if you want to print it off, you can print it off, or you can just hold it on your computer, hit Control F, and like that's the catalog for the month, whatever.
Right.
And you can find anything you need. Instead of just having all those pages on your website, because I can see how, like, that also runs up the cost, having that browser for that much and that, like, domain costs that much. But, I mean, just put the PDF files up, man, and let us fucking download it, and that way we don't have to print it off or you have to send it out. Like, that'd be so much more cost-effective for them, man.
Well, they probably think they're like maximizing marketing, and it's like, no, you're actually just being annoying, so it makes people like shy away from you.
And that's what I'm saying, bro, is like I've never gotten one of those and been like, oh, I'm excited. Like, yeah, I'll look through and be like, oh, that's cool. And then guess what? I never buy anything from them. Not
That
once
reminds
have
me
I
of like
ever bought
the
anything
Game
out of a
Informer.
catalog.
That reminds me of
Yeah.
the Game Informer from like GameStop.
Yeah, like I used to be subscribed to that, but like that was a fucking magazine. Like I could sit there and
Right.
read like
Yeah.
stories and ratings and shit. And it's kind of like Motor Trend and all that. Like those type of, but like those are books. Like that's a magazine I can read. Whereas
Right.
these are just catalogs with products in it that no one ever buys.
Yeah.
It's just fucking wild to me, man. It's such a waste of marketing and such a waste of money and product and time.
I agree.
Anyways, this NBA playoff tournament, man. I don't know why I said playoff tournament. I actually just said playoffs, but I think it's because of the play-in tournament is what I meant to say.
Right.
I think is really exciting, bro. Like, there's some really good matchups
I
round
think that
one
as
and
well.
in the play-in. Me and Slates were actually talking about this prior. It's funny how, like, the Hawks are the epitome of the play-in tournament. Every year there's been a play-in tournament, they make it, and I feel like they get knocked out in it. But this year, if they win, they become the 7th seed, so that's good. But to
Right.
kind of let's start like off rip without looking at matchups. Who do you think is going to win the NBA championship?
Without looking at matchups,
Just off rip, who do you think the best team is right now, East and West?
Did you try your clothes?
yeah, I'll get them in a minute.
So it says it's going to be the Lakers. I think it's either going to be the Bucks or the Celtics.
I think in the East it's the Celtics,
Yeah,
and I think in the West,
I feel like
I
the
think
Suns
the Grizzlies
have depth.
have a good shot, man.
I think the Suns have the most depth, but they're pretty. Not, I don't want to say weak.
See, I
but
don't
they're
know because their
babies,
bench
man.
isn't.
Like, yeah, they're babies. They don't have a good bench, but their starting five's really good. I like the Grizzlies
Yeah.
a lot, but I also don't think a lot of teams beat the Warriors in 7 games.
Yeah, I mean, you just never count out the Warriors. It's kind of like LeBron.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not going to say LeBron's winning the chip, but I'm not counting him out to not win the first round.
yeah. I think LeBron gets out of the play-in, but I think if they play Memphis, it's a much tougher matchup than if they
Yeah.
lose and then win and play the Nuggets.
You see, they signed Tristan Thompson.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
That could be a
Could be huge
little
for
bit
them,
of a
yeah.
contribution.
So to get into the play-in tournament, let's start on the West Coast. You have the number 9 seed Pelicans, who are 42-40, versus the number 10 Thunder, who are 40-42. I think the Pelicans win that game.
I could see both teams winning, to be honest. I think I actually might pick the Thunder.
Okay. Slates, do you think it's going to be the Pelicans or Thunder? You're going to have to be our tiebreaker tonight. But for now, we'll move on. However, I will say if it's Lakers-Pelicans, I think Lakers win. I
Yeah.
like that matchup better for them than the Timberwolves. I don't know why. Something about it makes me like that matchup better for them if they play the Pelicans. So I think the Lakers beat the Tims to go on to face the Grizzlies. That's 7 seed versus 8 seed.
Okay.
Slate said Pelicans beat Thunder as well.
I'm just not completely ruling out the Thunder. I think they
Yeah,
can.
I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah. All right. So who the?
Lakers and Tims.
I'm gonna take Lakers on that with no Rudy Gobert
Yeah.
or they just lost Jaden McDaniels. I think his name is.
I think so too.
They just lost him too, so I'm gonna take Lakers in that.
Okay. So on the other side of the play-in tournament is the 9 seed Raptors versus the 10 seed Bulls. I think the Raptors win that game, in part because I'm biased and I'm a Raptors fan, and I at least want to see them make the actual playoffs.
I think the Raptors have a good shot. You guys got a lot of length,
Yeah.
but I mean, then again, like DeMar for the Bulls
Yeah,
is
the
one of
Bulls
those
are
players
really
that's like
And
when
that's a
playoffs come,
huge
that's who you
matchup
want.
too. I mean,
Yeah.
DeMar versus the Raptors in the playoffs. That's a huge fucking game.
Yeah.
I do like that matchup a lot.
I
Slate
think I'm
says
going to go with the
Bulls.
Raptors.
Word. Perfect. So Raptors will move on, and then it's Heat versus Hawks. 7 seed versus 8 seed. I think the Heat win that game
Yeah, I think the
and
Heat.
go on to play the Celtics. So to finish off the play-in on the West, we have the Pelicans versus the
Lakers.
Timberwolves. We had the Lakers win.
Okay.
Pelicans versus the Timberwolves to play the 1 seed. Or no, sorry, Pelicans versus Timberwolves, sorry.
I might take T-Wolves on that. No. I'm going to go Pelicans.
You're going to go Pelicans? All right. I'll take the Pelicans as well. I don't know too much about the Tims. So I'm going to take the Pelicans, so they'll move on to the 1 seed. And then the last matchup of the play-in is Raptors versus the Hawks. I think the Raptors also win that game. I don't think the Hawks have it in them, man. I don't.
Yeah, I think the Raptors win.
Yeah, I also take the Raptors there as well. So let's just finish off the East first round. It's going to be the Bucks versus Raptors. I'm going to take the Bucks, obviously.
Bucks.
Cavs versus Knicks. I'm personally going to take the Cavs. I think the Knicks have a serious chance to win that series. I think that's a 6-game series minimum. It's one of my favorite series in the first round. The only other one I like more than that is the Suns and Clippers.
Yeah, I think the Knicks win it in 6 or 7. I could be biased, but I think we'd have a really deep bench.
Yeah, I think you guys have a serious shot. Slates, do you think it's the Knicks or the Cavs? He's going to say the Cavs because he's a Cavs fan.
Oh, okay.
I guarantee it. That or he'll be honest. I just think the Cavs win it because I feel like the Cavs have more playoff experience. He's taking too long. So next is 76ers Nets, 3 versus 6.
76ers.
Yeah, 76ers as well. And then Celtics versus the Heat. I think the Celtics.
Celtics, but I do want to say that I think the 76ers, I think that goes maybe 6 games.
Yeah, I think that's also a really good series. But I'm going to take the Celtics there. I'm going to just continue on through the East.
Yeah.
That way we can finish it. He said the Cavs in like 6 or 7, but could easily be the Knicks, so we'll just take the Cavs. Bucks versus what I'm pretty sure is supposed to be the Cavs, either way, right?
Yeah.
Or would it jump? Yeah, it'd still be the Cavs because they're still the lowest. So Bucks versus Cavs, I think the Bucks win that. I think just Giannis is too much of a man there. And then it's Nets versus or 76ers versus Celtics. I'm taking the Celtics again. So the Bucks and Celtics meet in the end, but I do think the Celtics win and go to the finals.
Yeah, Celtics are a good team, man.
All right, so Celtics are the Eastern Conference Finals champion, and they go on to the NBA Finals. We have the Nuggets versus the Pelicans. I think the Nuggets win that game, but or win that series. I think it's a tight series, but I don't think it goes 7 games. It's 5 or 6 game series. So we're both in agreement to the Nuggets. My favorite series of the first round of playoffs is Suns Clippers, 4 versus 5 seed. What do you think?
I'm going to take Suns, but if the Clippers had PG, I think I really would take the Clippers.
Yeah.
They have a deeper bench.
Yeah, but I do think, again, this is another 6-game series, possibly 7. Suns win it. Kings Warriors 3 seed versus 6 seed.
Kings are a good team.
Yeah, I mean they're really solid, but they don't have playoff experience. The Warriors have been to the playoffs every year with the same core, and I don't think the Kings can win a 7-game series. I think the Warriors win it.
I think that one goes 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think the Warriors win it, and then we have Grizzlies versus Lakers. And the Grizzlies are a really good team, man. I don't know. This one's super tough. But you also have LeBron James.
Yeah, I'm going to go Grizzlies just because I don't know if Anthony Davis is going to stay healthy for that long.
I got you.
And that's my honest answer.
I kind of want to take the Grizzlies too, man.
I'm not discarding the Lakers by any chance, but
yeah. But I gotta take the Lakers there, bro. I mean, I think the Grizzlies are supposed to win that, but I also know like the Lakers can be really good, and if they're gonna be really good, it's gonna be in the first round of the playoffs. Like
Right.
I I don't see them getting much farther than the first round just because I the matchup that they're gonna get in the second is gonna be way too tough. So them moving to the 7th seed would put them against the Nuggets, right?
I think they have a chance to win that.
See, I do too, but I think it's because the Nuggets choke in the playoffs. But again, like you said, AD staying healthy for a fucking 2 7-game series.
I'm just gonna
And
assume AD is healthy because that's what I've been doing for the rest of the teams.
yeah,
So if it comes down to Lakers and Nuggets, I think the Lakers take that.
okay. So Lakers go into the finals then, and then it'd be Suns versus Warriors. I'm gonna take the Warriors. There's not a
That's
lot
gonna
of
be a good one.
teams, not a lot of teams, man, that can beat them in a 7-game series. And their first round series is still in California. So travel time they're going to be well rested. They're not going to have to travel far. They only have to go up and down the coast. So I think the Warriors win that game as well. So then it's Warriors versus Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. Again, the Warriors won't have to travel far. I mean, realistically, the Lakers won't either. It's only Denver. But I don't know, man. It's though I don't think
If it's
anybody
Lakers and Warriors, I feel like I
I'd rather see
naturally
the
would take the.
I'd rather in the finals. I'd rather see the Lakers versus the Celtics than the Warriors versus Celtics again. Like
Yeah.
I think that's a cool story. It's been a while since we've seen a Lakers Celtics finals. I'm gonna say the Lakers just because. That's what I want to see. Do I think that's what's gonna happen? No.
I'll agree with you on that.
But I do think if that's the case, Celtics win the chip. I think the Celtics win the chip either way.
This is their year.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think they finally do it. However, they then fall apart and don't win for another like 3 or 4 years.
That'd be ideal being a Knicks fan. So.
Yeah,
Well, actually, a Raptors fan too. We're all division.
exactly. I don't want the Celtics to win, but I'd love to see a Lakers Celtics finals, and go Game 7. Like it'd be awesome with LeBron, with Tatum. I think that's the storyline that the NBA should take if this shit's scripted. I also saw what was the storyline? Someone's sitting out, isn't it? Rudy Gobert for the Timbs, like he's just sitting out, or something
No, he
wrong.
got a 1-game suspension
That's what it is. Okay,
because of that punch.
okay. I heard somebody said that someone's sitting out for the Timberwolves, and I was like, who? And they couldn't remember. I was like, they're just sitting out in the playoffs. Like that doesn't seem weird,
No.
or that doesn't seem right. Like that doesn't make any sense. So you heard it here first, guys. The Celtics are the NBA champions. The script has been written live on the TKT podcast. It's going to be Lakers Celtics, and the Celtics take the dub. It's a shame though that TJ's Nets have to get knocked out first round, and so do the Raptors, and so do the Knicks. But Knicks Celtics go all the way. That's a shame. That's a shame.
I hope we make it out of the first round.
I just hope we make it to the first round. I didn't think we were even going to make the play-in like all year.
Dude, I think we finished the season like 16-3 with Josh Hart after that trade.
Yeah,
or
you
like
guys
16-6.
have played really well, to be honest, all year. And it's weird because every time I look at NBA like season standings, like the Bucks 58-24 to finish the season, I'm like, man, that's a really good year, and it's really like not that great. Like, yeah, it's double the wins than it is losses. But like on a team where I'm like, man, the Knicks had a really good year, 12 wins over. Like that's the difference of 3 weeks of games. I get that, but that just doesn't seem as good when like the Cavs, who are the next seed up, are 4 wins ahead of them.
Right.
Like the next seed is 4 wins. The next seed after that is 3 wins is the 76ers. The next seed after that is the Celtics, which is 3 wins.
We played the Cavs 4 times this year, and we won the season 3-1.
Yeah, I think in a 7-game series, it's that or the Clippers Sun series that are going to be the most marketed or most I don't want
Yeah.
to say marketed, but those are the two series I think they should market the most.
Well, dude,
In
I've
the
been seeing it
first,
all over on like ESPN sharing and stuff. Like Knicks
Mhm.
versus Cavs, ESPN like 6 o'clock Saturday. Like,
Yeah, like it's going to be a big matchup, and a lot of Knicks fans are excited. And I haven't seen this much excitement like around the Knicks in a long time. Like just on Facebook
yeah,
and Twitter, like even more so than the Celtics have played phenomenal this year. I haven't seen anything about them, and I'm on a big portion of Boston sports Twitter because Red Sox
right.
and Bruins, and the Bruins have had a phenomenal year. And for the longest time, it was like for the first time since like January, it was like midway through February that the Celtics and Bruins lost on the same day, and since then I haven't heard anything about the Celtics. I'm on Boston sports Twitter, like.
Right.
Granted, I'm not huge into the Celtics, but I also am huge into Boston sports. So I hear a frequent amount about them. But that's really all I had to talk about tonight. We had a really short podcast tonight, buddy. We're only 36 minutes in, brother.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't really have anything else to
Well,
talk
this
about.
is it's kind of my fault. I mean, TJ would have been able to be here, but I asked to do it early. Just I'm getting these weird hot flashes. I don't know if it's just from being warmer or what, but
I got
just
you.
not feeling the greatest.
I got you. You might be getting a little cold there, buddy. You might be getting the flu. You might want to take some medicine and pass out.
Yeah.
Take a little bit of NyQuil and take a little snooze, and get rested for tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
But, all right, buddy. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the TKT podcast. I believe this is episode 35. We enjoyed sitting here talking with you, and we hope you all had a wonderful week, and you all
As always.
continue to have a wonderful week as always. Anyways, guys, much love. We will see y'all in the next one.
Later.